Hello, peeps. I have some shit or stuff, or I don't know. I'm gonna try not to have this video long, but I was always confused because when I learned about Chinese zodiacs, right? And tonight I just got like 100%. What's the word? 100% what's the word? 100% of 100% of something being correctly right. Okay? We've all heard about Chinese zodiac sign, right? Right. Well, I've always looked into it a little bit, and like I also would like I've always said things, but I didn't know if they were like true or not. Like I didn't know. I don't know. Like, and then like the people around me, not just family, like people, like community and stuff like that, they would basically say, they didn't say the exact words, you're crazy, but you know, they'd be like, she's crazy, she needs help, she needs to go to a mental hospital, blah, 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 you know, be put on meds, blah, blah, blah. I am realizing, yes, I do need the meds. The only reason I need the meds is because they help me stay in reality. Because, or stay grounded, stay rooted, whatever you want to call it. Because I'm a light. And the whole thing about everything coming to the light right now, the darkness all coming to the light right now, is it's not nothing to do with like them being caught or anything. It actually has to do with astrology and the cycle of life. And we are moving in to the light, and we're going to be in the light for a while, and then we'll go back to the dark, and then back to the light, back to the dark. And whatever year you're born makes a difference if you're the light or dark. And remember, dark is not bad. It does not mean it's bad. It just means like negative, you know, like a battery. There's the positive and the negative side of the battery. That's just all it means. And your twin flames are your opposites, your yin and yang. And not all yin are females. There are male yings. And there are female yangs. It has nothing to do with gender at all. It's all to do with masculine and feminine energies, which we all have, including God. God isn't light and he isn't dark. He just is. He's in everything because everything has masculine and feminine in it. And it's about balancing it. And when you can balance it, that's when your power becomes strong as heck. And back in the days, and for like generations, they thought all the children, just because they were born, that they were the closest to the light. So they were automatically light. But that's not true. Some children were born light and some children were born dark. Or okay, I'll do positive and negative if that sounds better. I don't know. I'm always saying light and dark, but I'm meaning positive and negative. There's nothing wrong with it. But some children are born light and some children are born dark. It has nothing to do at all with a child just being born and 100% being from light. Like, it has nothing to do with that. And it doesn't mean bad either. Like, yeah, it doesn't mean bad. And twin flame is your opposite, your yin and your yang. The light and the dark. And the people that are in the light, they've always known the truth. And they've tried to help the people in the dark come to the light. And that is also why people in the light have always, like, I don't want to say get bullied, but they trigger people, and they make people uncomfortable, and they make people like react, because what they do is they make their shadows come out. And it also has to do with the year you're born. And the year you're born explains what side you're on, what yin and yang, and explains what your opposite is. And when I first learned about that, they would always say your opposite is your enemy year, is your enemy, blah blah blah. When they're saying that, they're not actually meaning like enemy. They're basically saying it's your opposite. So if you're light, it's your dark. If you're dark, it's your light. That's what they mean. They don't mean like actually enemies. And that would always confuse me as a child. And today it like clicked. Because my cousin and me, we've like always like gotten along, and we've learned this a while ago that we're like yin yang, light and dark. So like we were already aware of that. But then when it said that that's your enemy year, I was all confused, because I was like, me and my cousin get along, and she's my opposite. Because on there it was showing she was the ox and I'm the horse. And then, well, my opposite's the rat. But she's still an opposite with me, because she's still the dark. But she's at the end of the dark. And so I'm pulling her into the light, and she's pulling me into the dark. Because I've been in the light for so long, and that's why I think that's what autism happens, because you're in the light for so long that things start to get overstimulating and blah blah blah, because your mind's getting tired. Where when you're in the dark, things are hidden. And I think that's where ADHD comes from, because what happens is you're coming out of the dark, coming in the light, and then you're just all like, whoa, what is this? I've never seen all this. Whoa, crazy. And I think what happens where someone has like both of them is like a trauma happens, and so that pulls you to be fighting both sides, middle, so you're in the middle. And so that's how someone could be autistic and ADHD, because they're in the middle, so they're pulling both sides because they had trauma that caused it, but they were already one of the things. I don't know if that's true, but that's kind of what I'm thinking autism and ADHD and like bipolar and like all those are. And on Earth here, we're trying to balance, and we want to be in the middle, the heart, because Earth is the heart. But the issue is, and God gives us the free will to choose. So what happens is you need to choose at the end. Do you want to go in the dark, or do you want to go in the light? Because you can't stay in the middle forever. So you have to eventually pick. And I'm at my end cycle according to my life path. My life path 9. So according to that, I'm at the end of picking. I gotta pick one of the sides. But I've already been in light for so long, and I'm too scared to go into the dark. I'm too scared to like ground myself. I'm up here, woohoo, and I love it. And it also fits with my mom. She's a sheep, and if you know anything about it, that means she's the light, and her opposite is the ox. And my sister, my brother, like I said, my cousin Katie, her twin sister, they're all oxes. And one of my mom's friends, she's an ox as well, and like she helps her, and her mom was opposite as her daughter as well. Like, I tested this out tonight with like everybody and like almost everything, and everything, I'm not kidding you, there has not been one thing that has not fit this logic. And so I think I got it. And that makes sense why when like something bad happens to a child in a family, and that family member only did it to that child but not the other child. Like if there's siblings, and there's like, let's say there's 4 siblings, but out of the 4 siblings, only one of the child was hurt that way, but the other 3 didn't. Why? Well, because that child was born from light. And that that family member is a dark, and they want to take the light and the dark and put it together to have power, to have energy, to make manifestation, to make miracles, to whatever. And that's why sex magic can do that. But they think that's what you need to do, and it's not about that to have that stuff happen. What it's about is you putting your masculine and feminine together to make the energy. To love yourself, because it's about love. So loving yourself is accepting your dark side and your light side, or your masculine side, your feminine side, your negative, your light, your positive. It's about accepting both sides. I mean, there's so much more I can say, but like, it just all clicks. It all clicks. Like, it's such an elite. It's such a relief. And I want to add on here, I am not high. Like yes, I have medical, but I barely use it. But I'm not on it. You could test me. I'm not on it right now. This is my norm when I'm like, I call it hyper high, or people want to call it manic. This is my norm. And I've always been here, and people have tried to pull me down, and I didn't understand, and now I'm understanding why. Because my light is big. If you look where the horse is for yin and yang, that light is huge. And so it just makes sense. It makes sense. And then there's always like weird paranormal things that would happen when I would be with my cousin or her family. Because opposite. And the opposite came together and makes the energy stronger. Makes it bigger. Makes it be seen. The black and the white, the yin and the yang. Like, circle of light. It just all makes sense. It all makes sense. And like, my sister and my mom are yin and yangs. My dad, my stepdad, and my mom are all the exact same animal, light, and yeah. And so it makes sense why my mom is like, so, like, why so many people are obsessed with my brother, because he's the opposite in the family. And it makes sense why me and my dad either bicker or get along, because we're both the light. Our light is bigger. So, like, if we can't hide our shadows with each other. And same for my mom. We can't hide our shadows. We can try, but we can't do it. And my stepdad, same thing. And it makes sense why my sister, I don't want to say obsessed, but why she's such a daddy's girl. Because they're yin and yang. And my niece and me are yin and yang. She's my enemy, my opposite. Which I brought that up to my cousin a while ago, because I realized it. But I realized it through astrology, because she has a Taurus moon, and I'm a rising Taurus. So yin and yang. But if you just look at that zodiac Chinese map, it explains that as well. Like, and then get this. The horse's lucky number is 10. The ox lucky year is 2009. Me and my cousin met Miley Cyrus October of 2009. So my lucky number, light, mixed with Katie's dark and the good year for her, energies came together and it made it happen. It all makes sense, doesn't it? Doesn't it? I can't. I'm just so excited. Like anyways, that's all. I just had to come on and yeah. I'm not editing this crap at all. I'm fully posting it exactly how it is. No edits at all. This is I'm just gonna post it. If the captions don't match, they don't match. I don't care. Because at the end of the day, we're all connected. So at the end of the day, I'm basically just speaking to myself. My higher self is just speaking to you. or your higher self is just speaking to you through me. Like, whoever watches this and gets it, it's your higher self speaking to you, or your spirit guides. Like, I'm like your spirit guide or your angel, because I'm helping you if you get it. And if you don't get it, it's a seed. It's something that you at least heard, and eventually you'll get it when your soul says, all right, it's time to learn this, it's time to know this, it's time to understand this, time to accept it, whatever it is. And so it just made sense. It all makes sense. And it made sense, like, there's this story in my family, and it made sense why I am the chosen one, and my name meaning gift from God. Like, it just all makes sense. It just all makes sense. And you can also figure out, using this, you can also figure out, if you understand it, you can figure out the year you're going to pass away. You can also figure out the year that your parents will pass away. I did not look in those two yet, because curiosity killed the cat, you know? So I'm like, I don't think I want to know that. But, I just had a download of, whoa. I have always said, since I was little, that I wouldn't make it to a certain age. I would know I'm going to pass away. I'd be able to say all my goodbyes and loves you before I pass, and then go to sleep knowing that this is in. So, if I look at the year for me, that's because my higher self, sometime in like a past life, in my past, I looked, and that's why when I came, and I've always said this, I've already known. Wow. But I don't know it, because I didn't look. But I bet if I looked, I would be like, oh, I knew it. Like, I have a feeling, I've said the age, so if that's, like, you know how crazy that would be if I looked, and that's the year with that age that I've always said. I don't know if I want to do that. I don't know if I'm ready for that. But, yeah, this is almost 20 minutes long. Like I said, I'm posting it straight up from here. It's a bonus, I guess. It's a bonus video that you'll get for Friday. And it's only going to be on YouTube, not on TikTok, because it's too long. And, yeah. But, alright, yeah, I am, this is crazy. This is so, do it with your family. It's all gonna make sense. And like, there's certain friends my mom has that I've always gone along with, or like a connection, but like a yin yang. Like, it makes so much sense. It also makes sense why when I was like, my brother and my sister randomly would team up and come after me. Light, positive, negative, and they are both the opposite. They both are the yin, the feminine energy, the dark energy, the negative energy. It's so crazy. It's so crazy. It's so crazy. And it also shows, like, it also explains that, like, I think I already said this, I'm not sure, but everyone that is yin isn't automatically a female. And, no, it's Cyrus's song! I get it now. I get that lyric now. I get I get that lyric now. Oh my gosh. 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 I get it. I get it. I get it. I get that lyric. Oh my gosh. And like certain things that Miley has said, It makes sense now. Because she's a monkey. And if you look at the monkey, they're at the end cycle, leaving light, going to dark. Yep. It makes sense. And AK, that's sleeping. Endless summer vacation. Got it? Okay. That's as far as I'm gonna go. You whoever watches it, you put the puzzles together and go do your own research and yep, but like it all makes sense. It also makes sense why Miley was always obsessed with her sister Noah. Oh my goodness. And why I always adored Noah. Oh. My brain right now. Oh my gosh. Okay. My brain is overloaded. It's had way too many downloads today. She needs to relax now. Watch some YouTube or something. Like I'm feeling oh my, I am literally feeling the Kundalini energy going up my spine at the moment, getting into my head, because my head is starting to feel like it's like my head is like getting like it. I don't even know how to explain this. I don't even know how to feel this. I can't even talk. I can't even freaking talk. I can't explain this feeling right now. Is this a Kundalini awakening? This feeling? Because I always like when people would explain it. This is not what if this isn't, this is the beginning of it or something. My head is, I have to stop. My head is getting, hurting. I need to stop. Yep. Okay. I need to take a deep breath because I got too excited. I got too happy. Okay, I need to stop. Okay, I'm done. I'm peace, bye.